and welcome back. So, drag review. John Stamos is his weirdest role ever. Alright, imagine this: you break into a house, everything's going fine, and then suddenly your bag gives out. You are stuck on the second floor in a bathtub. Yeah, that's drag. And somehow, this ridiculously simple idea turns into a full horror thriller film. So, let's break it down. Drag, directed by Raviv and Greg, follows two sisters played by Lizzie Kaplan and Lucy DeVito. And right from the credits, you already get the tone. Kaplan's character is literally F up, and DeVito is just sister. That should tell you everything. So the plan is simple: quick robbery, in and out, no problems. But of course, things go wrong. Mid robbery, Kaplan's character throws out her bag and is completely immobilized. So now her sister has to come inside, and the only solution they come up with: drag her out of the house. Sounds easy, right? Not even close. Every moment is painful. They are upstairs, the house is full of hazards like loose nails sticking out of the floor, and every small step becomes a nightmare. And just when things couldn't get worse, the homeowner comes back early, played by, yes, John Stamos, and he's not alone. He brings a date. Now suddenly this awkward, painful situation turns into a full-blown hide and survive scenario. And this is where the movie really shifts. At first, drag feels almost like a dark comedy. There's physical humor, absurd situation, and some genuinely funny moments, especially with how Kaplan handles the sheer ridiculousness of being stuck. But once Stamos enters, the tone gets darker, the stakes get higher, and things start to feel a lot more dangerous. Without spoiling too much, the films take a pretty unexpected turn midway through, leaning more into horror territory than you might expect. Now, here's the thing: the concept is great, like really great. It's one of those ideas where you hear it and go, okay, I want to see how that plays out. But the challenge stretching that idea into a full length movie at just 82 minutes, drag is already pretty short, but even then, you can feel the film trying to extend itself. It almost plays out like a series of obstacles. How do you get out of the tub? How do you get downstairs? How do you avoid being caught? Each step adds tension but also makes the story feel a bit padded at times. That said, the performance really carry the film. Lizzie Kaplan is easily the standout. This is a super physical role and she absolutely commits, balancing pain, panic, and comedy all at once. Lucy brings a grounded emotional core to the story, which keeps things from going completely off the rails. And then there's John Stamos, who honestly gives one of the most unexpected performances of his year. If you know him as the charming Uncle Jesse type, forget that. This is something completely different, over the top, unpredictable, and kind of unsettling. And that contrast actually works in the film's favor. Overall, Drag feels like a concept that might have worked even better as a short film, but even stretched out, it's still engaging enough to keep you watching, mainly because you need to know how these sisters are going to get out of this situation. It's tense, weird, sometimes funny, sometimes uncomfortable, and definitely one of the more unique indie horror films to come out of South by Southwest this year. So, if you are into simple concepts executed creatively with strong performance and a bit of dark humor, Drag might be worth checking out. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.